Hello and welcome to the Telegraph studio and Business Reporter's Future of Retail campaign, hosted by the Telegraph Online. I'm Alistair Greener. Merchants compete with each other to give their customers amazing service beyond great products. The new buzzword is experience. And anybody who has customers knows that this experience must be warm and memorable to lure buyers back. However, even the best products can't guarantee that your customers will return if their experience was disjointed between their online research and their offline purchase. How easy is it to offer a seamless transition? This is what we're going to learn today with Bassel Al-Kousa from Quiqup. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, on your website, you say you're not working with drones, you're actually working with teleportation. So tell me, how are you doing with that? How's it going?
I'd like to think of Quiqup as a forward-looking company. We have constantly reinvented ourselves and we've constantly evolved. We first got into this space by providing customers the ability to get anything delivered from anywhere, and it was a very empowering tool. It saved people time, gave people the ability to access goods around them. But when we started getting into it, we realized that there's a much bigger problem here, and it is the fact that there's a massive change in how retailers interact with customers, and there's a growing expectation from customers to get goods delivered to them fast, and that is being pushed by the e-commerce natives. What Quiqup has done is that it has effectively created a network of couriers run by a state-of-the-art technology that enables retailers to tap into a new channel, which is the last mile channel, so that they can use our network to deliver to their customers within 1 hour and meet the new expectations of the modern customer.
You say that, but we look at today and there's numerous smart apps, there's lots of fresh delivery systems out there. We can order something, get it pretty quick by the next day or something. I mean, what else could we really want?
Well, the reality is that we are living in a world today where time is becoming more and more precious, and our personal time is becoming less and less available. And so we want to be able to do the things we do, but do them more efficiently. People really enjoy walking down the street, walking into their local butcher, their local independent boutique. That experience is being taken away because of the fact that we potentially don't have the time to do that. Well, what we are bringing to the table here is access to your local marketplace, is bringing that experience to your home, the ability for you to be able to walk into that local butcher, but do that through their website and order these products that you love, rather than having to go through your standard e-commerce experience and buy goods online from the few players that are out there.
Now, I know you've talked before about this disjointed experience. Tell me a little bit more about how that works and what that is.
The disjointed experience that we're referring to is the experience of you walking into a store physically and buying your goods there, or you logging online into a specific brand's website and buying goods from there. There is a fundamental difference between those two routes of you getting that same product. And those differences are summarized, in my view, in three main issues. One being the actual experience of interacting with the brand and absorbing, whether it be the colors of that brand or the layout of that store. And the second being the way that you get to the product, the way that you browse for the product, and the way that you end up buying that specific product. And the third is the instant gratification of the shopping. With the first point, today you walk into a store, you immediately have this recognition of what the store is about. You have an expectation of what a specific brand is, and that is embodied physically around you. We can see that a lot of online businesses today are beginning to try to kind of recreate that experience through virtual reality and through a really well-designed user experience. And the second point is about you actually buying the product and getting to the product that you want. And when you walk into a store, you have an expert that talks to you about the product, you touch and feel the product, and your purchase decision is made through conversation and through an actual physical experience. And you can see already that a lot of e-commerce players are one, beginning to enable return in a much easier way, and two, they're including chat tools onto their websites so that you can actually talk to someone from that business, so that you can get that same experience of having a conversation with an expert. And the third point, which is instant gratification that you get from shopping, well, there's a certain satisfaction that you get when you go and buy something. You buy the goods and then you go home, you unwrap it and you feel good about it. And it's part of the shopping experience. Well, today when you buy goods online, you have a problem of needing to wait for 2 days and potentially having to wait for a time slot that was allocated to you and maybe not even getting the delivery on that day. That kind of removes the flavor of the whole shopping experience.
Let's look at this customer experience. When the customer has a bad experience, what does that mean for the retailer and merchant? Give me some numbers of how severe this is.
According to a recent research by Retail Week, 41% of customers ranked fast delivery as like their highest expectation to be loyal to a retailer. But let me ask you this. I mean, have you ever had an experience where you missed a delivery or a delivery wasn't on time?
Unfortunately, way too often, yeah.
And did that upset you?
Yeah, of course.
And would you ever go back to that retailer and purchase goods again?
Absolutely not if I could help it.
So if we take the lifetime value of you as a customer to that retailer, we're talking about thousands of pounds. And I'm pretty sure that the experience that you had is met by other customers as well. And then you're talking about tens of thousands of customers within a city that have had a similar experience to you. Clone that to other cities in the world and multiply that by the lifetime value of all of your purchases. And now you're talking about millions of pounds that are lost by that retailer. And it's a big issue, actually.
You say that, but we all know, as you've said yourself, that we're drifting towards the online experience. Yes. And we have expectations in that way with faster delivery times and so on. So where does the brick and mortar store fit into this new world, if you like?
I think that the brick and mortar store is essential in this new world, and it's going to be there's going to be more importance brought back to that brick and mortar store. When you look at the spread of brick and mortar stores, you are living in an area where you're surrounded by commercial spaces, right? Like these small stores and these large stores. And the best way for you to get a product is actually from right around the corner. What we're doing is we're providing a network that enables the movement of these goods from these stores directly to you, which is something that hasn't been done before. The retailer of tomorrow should focus on providing a superior experience to the customer. So there's this trend called showrooming. And basically it is retailers need to start thinking about the best way to display products, to receive a customer, for them to have a retail experience that is beyond just picking up the item and leaving. Because potentially customers now want to walk into a store and not necessarily make a decision of a purchase then, but at least be very well informed to then make a decision of a purchase when they're at home and they're browsing online. So the next thing that retailers should be doing is allowing for their stores to be kind of ready for this local fulfillment. So products should be available and there should be a way for them to package and dispatch goods from the local store.
I want to come back to this topic of teleportation, but actually on a serious point, tell me about Quiqup and what you actually offer merchants.
We'd like to divide our merchant clients into two categories. So we have our enterprises and our small to medium businesses. For enterprises, we'd like to enable them to add fast delivery into their propositions. So we provide them with 2 lines of code that give them access to our network of couriers and the technology that runs the dispatching and movement of the couriers and the goods that they carry. When we go to the small and medium businesses, we actually go the extra mile, provide them access to this digital space by helping them build their digital propositions, whether it be a website or an app, and helping them think about what they need to do in order to prepare within the store for this new type of fulfillment. So we provide them with several tools, whether it be part of their website that they integrate, or it is a dashboard in which they can request drivers to come in so that they can take orders within the store or over the phone, and even an application that sits in the store that helps them identify the goods that have been ordered online so that they can package in the right way and have them ready for the time that the courier comes and picks up.
You said it was within an hour. You're very quick to say that. I just want to make sure, is it really that fast?
Actually, the statistics that we've got right now is between 87 to 90% of our orders are under an hour. And we aim to always hit that 90% mark. There are definitely orders that will take a longer time just by the fact that we are living in a very congested city. It took me 20 minutes later to get into this interview today. But yeah, I mean, this is the promise that we try to maintain.
Well, it sounds like we've got some exciting times ahead, and we'll all love faster, quicker and more efficient delivery. It's been really fascinating talking to you and finding out more. Basel El Kousa from Quiqup, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.